Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are continuing with the Pride and Prejudice themed lap book. I'm having an absolute ball, and yeah, that is what we're going to be working on today. So I've got my little box of goodies and all of my bits and pieces, and there's my bits that we were working on. So I'm just going to pop those there and make a right mess. And get started. That's the idea. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is now that we've had, I've had my paper arrive, I buy this from Prestige, is the site. They do different things like vintage and Victorian styles and stuff. This is just the old style. So it's a bit of a grungy kind of look, which is kind of perfect for what we need here. So this is our page. I'm hoping, no, I was hoping. I was hoping to be able to get 2 out of these. I mean, I probably can. It doesn't have to go right the way down to the bottom of the page, but I think I would prefer it to. So I'm going to lose quite a lot of paper if I do it that way. Whereas if I do it this way, it'll come to... No. I'm going to do it the proper way. I'm just going to do 10 sheets in here. So the size is 13 centimetres across by 22.5 centimetres down in length. So let's see what we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that. So 22.5. Excuse me, by 13. £22.5 by 13. I mean, in fairness, they're pretty decent sizes, so I'm sure I will be able to use them, perhaps for some backing of some tags. Okay, so the idea is this is going to be our front page, and these are going to go inside here like that. They are slightly smaller because that's what I wanted, so they're going to fit in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw my circle in here so I know where I'm fitting these, or putting my holes in them. Now, I dropped my stapler on the floor, so if I can get that, that will help. I am going to staple these, try and get them centre. And you won't see the staple because it's going to be inside of here, but I just want the staple in place because it keeps it all together and tidy. Okay, so we are going to make our holes here. And here. Oops, don't know what that was. Something that shouldn't have been. Okay, I want to kind of use the same cord or string for the whole thing. So I was going to use some of the elastic that I have somewhere here. So I don't know whether to use the elastic or, yeah, I'm going to use the elastic. It's a better colour match for a start. It is thicker, quite a bit thicker, but that's okay. I know there's a lot of elastic there. I use elastic for most of my signatures now, so this is the one I kind of found that I really like. So all we're going to do is we're going to pop this through this first hole here, and again then through this hole here, and get them kind of centered, equal. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then these are going to pop through here and through here. And then we're going to pop them through our eyelets. So this is completely removable. And I'm not going to pull them too tight because it is elastic. I'm going to try and do a bow, which I've never done before with elastics. Okay, so that's fine for now. I will tidy that up a bit, but for now I'm happy with that. So this is going to go, this is going to go on here like so. And this will give us our notepad. Okay, so I am happy with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down, but I'm only going to glue the top section because I do want to put a hidden pocket underneath. So I'm just going to glue down this top bit here. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because I'm using the elastic, and it'll need quite a bit of coaxing, I think, to stay put. Okay. You're going to have to excuse my head a second just so I can match this up where it should be. Which is there. And I'm going to pin this on just so that we can let this glue set. Like so. So we'll have our notebook, which I really like. Looks a bit off there. I might put something on the front of it, but I might not, I don't know. But that'll be our notebook. Then we'll open it up and we've got our pocket for our envelopes and paper. And I will be using some of this paper to pop in there. We did our pull-out sections yesterday or whatever day it was that I did them. And the idea then will be to move on to this next section. So I kind of figure that the front sections here are going to be to do with, this is going to be Elizabeth's section, this is going to be Mr. Darcy's section. So I'm wanting, I think, the next step to kind of be their relationship, or the, you know, how it kind of plays out, but also we can bring some of the other characters in more. So we can bring in Mr. Collins and Catherine de Bourgh. Is it Lady Catherine de Bourgh? Something like that. Charlotte Lucas. So yeah, we can bring in a few of those characters. And so they are going to go over there. What will happen, just going to glue this bit down here. What will happen is we'll see some of the letters that were written, and the famous letter that was written from Mr. Darcy to Elizabeth Bennet. I think that's the... Do you know what? I'm really, really embarrassed to say that I've never read the book. It was the film that kind of caught me. So I don't know how accurate the TV adaptation was. But that is what I'm basing this on. I probably should have said that at the beginning. So please don't all scream at the TV now. So yeah, there's some letters, some bits and pieces from Mr. Darcy. So yeah, that is all going to kind of... Oh, why is this turned now? That is all going to kind of reveal itself in this next section. So I've been thinking about the layout, not 100% sure what I want. It'll have the same backing that this section will have underneath, which is all the frames, picture frames. But for the actual layout, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I'd like to kind of stick a little bit to what I did with Sherlock Holmes, but just add some extras so that it gives us more options. So bear with me. So it's not going to be, I'm not going to cut these the same as I cut the others. You can buy these in Ryman's. Tanya from Tatty Treasures does a similar sort of thing, but they're more brown rather than... this is like a grey colour, manila folder type thing. So that is going to be our folder, which means we're going to have to cut it short no matter what at about here. I think I might want one bigger than the other. So I might cut the top one about here. And then I'd like to try and include a couple more, if I could. Oops-a-daisy. So rather than have them opening this way, that way, as this one does, I think I'm going to go with just opening all of these this way to the right. So I'm just eyeballing this. That's probably a little bit too... And so there. It would probably be just as easy to measure it, wouldn't it? I mean, let's be fair. So that would be 1 inch. That would be 2 inches, that would be 3. Oops. 3 inches, that would be 4 inches. So one, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Probably made that quite difficult for myself, but hey ho. So let's go with the first one. So the first one, I'm going to cut them down. Oh gosh, this is where we this is where I get myself in a pickle now, because these are too tall. So that is there, which means that this is gonna, oh, what's this gonna do? So this is gonna come off about here. And about here. So let's do those first. So that one comes off there. Comes off there. This one we're going to cut here. And then the top one is going to be cut again 1 inch in, which is there. And then these here, let's just double check so I don't mess this up, which I'm about to do. Yeah, so these two will come in here, and the top one here. So what we'll have is we will have like almost like a waterfall type effect by having these there. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the back section. I think that'll probably be enough. So what I'm going to have to do, let's see if any of this fits. Yeah, that's fine. And that is fine. So I'm just going to make like a bit of a hinge for these. So I don't want it to be too big because I don't want it sticking all over the paper. So I'm going to go with just 2 inches, I think. For that one. And 2 inches for that one. And then I'm going to get my scoreboard. This is where I smack the screen around. And I'm just going to score this in half at 1 inch. And again, this one at 1 inch. So these are going to be our hinges. So we're going to have one that's going to hinge like this. Hang on, which way do we need to go? Needs to go that way, doesn't it? So that we can then flip it out. Yep. Sorry, let me just double check that again. No. That way. Oh, does it? That goes there, then that allows it to flip up, so it's like that. Okay, let's glue that down before I confuse myself any further. Yeah. Oh gosh, that shouldn't be coming out like that. I've had such a love-hate relationship with glue during my crafting experience. So this is going to come on here like that. Okay. I don't really want to glue that down because that's a bit wet. But I can glue this side down. Hopefully that'll keep it all in place. Okay. And so then with this one, our hinge is going to go like that. Probably open this up too much. Okay. So this one will go on here, like so. I'm going to take that one off as well because this glue's spilt over. So I don't want it gluing the top to the bottom. I mean, it probably has something to do with the amount of glue I shot on that. And it will take a little bit to dry because it's a wet glue. So, but yeah, that is simply going to be a kind of waterfall type of opening system, which will give us the back page. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other pages. Oh my gosh, I've probably stitched myself right up here, thinking how I'm going to fit so much into those 8 pages. But we'll give it a go. This is going to be covered with some lace, so I'm not worried about that at all. And then this section here, I am thinking, I've got 2 journals. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a journal in here and a journal. No, I'm going to put a journal in here because I haven't left myself enough room to put a journal here as I did with the Sherlock Holmes. So journal possibly here. And we're going to have the final scene, if you like, there. Okay, so yeah, happy that's coming along. Okay, so while we wait for those to dry, these are going to then need to be stitched. Not stitched, sorry. These are going to need to be inked all the way around. I'm going to get some papers that I'm going to then cut to size. I will stitch the papers and ink those so you don't have to see all of that on camera. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So these are going to be my papers that go underneath this scenario here. So there'll be the same paper there and there. And then I'm going to put some music paper in here somewhere as part of the whole embellishment type thing, because they loved to have music, singing and dancing and balls and goodness knows what. And then this is going to be our front cover, this is going to be our back cover. So I've already stitched those and inked them, so they're ready to go. So happy that those are done. Now with the rest of the papers, I've got quite a few to choose from, but I've also got quite a lot of, no, that's not going to fit, I don't even know why that's in there, to be honest. But I've got quite a lot in here. And how many did I say I needed? I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I needed 8 sheets of paper for these. I definitely want to use this, and possibly will follow through with the green theme. I quite like this, but I'm only going to use it once. I'm using that for the back. I think it would be good to have that one for the letters. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So I'm going to need to pull off a couple more sheets of paper. But yeah, I definitely like those two together, which then I could kind of, I don't know, feed into that one, and then those two. Yeah, so I need another 3 papers for that. Unless I do that on both sides of one. I don't want to waste them now I've printed them. See, because I have got another 4 papers there. I'm going to put those behind that odd one. So I've got 9 papers there already printed, so I'll see if I can use them. Yeah, definitely want to try and do that. There is a load of words that come with this kit, which are really, really cool. 2 different styles, handwritten and typed, so I really like those. And then I've also printed off a load of ephemera. Here, now that's already taken, so I'm going to be using that later on. So yeah, I've got a load of ephemera. These are some tags I put together. I managed to get hold of some images, royalty-free images, so I just use those to create tags. And these are kind of like the story. So, Mr. Darcy, you must allow me to present this young lady to you as a very desirable partner. So I think that was the ball in Meredith, and Darcy snubs Elizabeth at that one. Then we've got, she's tolerable but not handsome enough to tempt me. That was one of the things Bingley's sisters, I think, were teasing Darcy about Elizabeth Bennet, and he kind of made that comment. This is Jane going to visit the Bennets at their home. This is where it rained and she caught a cold. I don't know if you've seen the film. If you haven't, these are all the spoilers. Almost as soon as I entered the house, I singled you out as the companion of my future life. Now, this is Mr. Collins proposing to Elizabeth Bennet. No, Elizabeth. Yeah, Bennet. Sorry. I was talking about Bingley earlier, not Bennet. Yes, you must come and make Liddy marry Mr. Collins. So that's after he proposed. And then Mr. Collins and Charlotte were both standing at the gate in conversation with the lady. So that is Charlotte and Mr. Collins after they've got married or engaged. you must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you. That is the amazing scene where Mr. Darcy proposes to Elizabeth, not getting the response he wanted. This one, Miss Bennet, I insist on being satisfied. This was Lady Catherine de Bourgh, and she went to see Elizabeth Bennet because she'd heard rumours that her and Mr. Darcy were engaged, and she is Mr. Darcy's aunt, and obviously she is well-to-do, so wants him to marry into a good family. And I assure you I feel it exceedingly. It's one of the classic lines from Mrs. Bennet. So I've got those that I will be using. And then there's some amazing ephemera, which I'm just going to quickly show you now. So there's just some bits and pieces here. Some envelopes that I've just quickly put together. These are great for the secret letter sections. There's some chunkier pieces. I've printed out a few copies of them. These I think I might like to use on the pieces that we've just cut together, especially because we've kind of done a waterfall theme. We've given ourselves, that's the royal we, we've given ourselves enough room. Perhaps not on that one, not on the first one, but definitely on the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. We could use those as kind of like tags, maybe. What else have I got? They're the letters. There are papers. So then there's just so much ephemera in this kit. Absolutely loads and loads of ephemera. These are some more tags, but these aren't the main stories. I've done these and I'll just pop these in some of the pockets and stuff that I want to put in. We've got some side pockets, tucks. Literally the kit is just absolutely brimming with ephemera. So yeah, how I'm going to use it all, I really don't know. Some of the they call the cabinet cards or cigarette cards, cabinet cards I think, aren't they? With some of the key players. These I love for some of the photographs to mount those on. Yeah, just loads and loads and loads of ephemera. So I think this is going to make putting this together very, very easy. Yeah, just tons of it. And then you get down to some of the more kind of florally type. They're wrong ones. So we've got some tickets and we've got some flower stamps. Yeah, absolutely loads and loads. And then these are absolutely stunning. These are some of the ladies from that period. So I've cut all of those out. They're just beautiful. So I'm not sure where I'm going to use them yet, but I am definitely going to be using these. Look at that one. And again, some more of the floral elements. Bonnet, some flowers, another bonnet. Bonnet. Fan, some flowers. So yeah, really some beautiful ephemera in this. Oh, what did I just see then? I saw one of those, didn't I? Yeah, hang on. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to playing with this. I'm gonna do the ephemera on screen on this project, which I didn't do in the Sherlock Holmes particularly, because I thought it was kind of one of the more boring parts to watch, but I did have a lot of feedback saying that people would like to see that kind of side of things, so that is a possibility. And I'm thinking of just popping this on the bottom of one of these pages. It's just one of those seals. If I can get my wax seal mojo back. I don't know what it was in the end. They were just all, it was just burning. Everything was burning. So I'm coming out really bad. So yeah, it wasn't a great experience the last time I used it. So I've kind of avoided it like the plague, to be honest. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool there. Oh, awesome. So let's move these up the way. So. Let's take this off now and hope that it's set. Should have. We've allowed quite a bit of time for that. I've got a couple of journals that I'm going to be doing with this, but they're journals using the actual kit, so they're not ones that I'm going to be necessarily decorating. They just come with a kit. Perfect. That is perfect. So it still allows us to put our secret pocket under there, and that's well and truly in place. I will tidy that up. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of this paper in here, because this is going to be our writing paper. Let's see if it'll fit in like that. I think it'll just pop out, so we may have to pop it into threes. Let's have a look first. Yeah, probably have to put that into threes, because that is going to just, is it? Yeah, maybe. I think that's going to catch if we leave that hanging out, but it doesn't seem to, so I'll leave it there for now. And I'm going to get some envelopes, or I might even make some envelopes using this paper to go in there. And then let's see if these have glued sufficiently. Yeah, it's fine. And that one is 2. So these are going to be, as I said, here and here. I could even put that behind there, but I think it's going to make it too thick then. Yeah, it will make it too thick, so they're going to go on top of there like that. I might even have perhaps the top one as a gusseted pocket. Let's have a look and see what that'll look like. I like the idea of that. So if we're going to use that, it would have to be just there. And again, I would want it to be a pocket that is big enough to be usable, rather than just something that's there for show. So I would want 2 inches on these. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Sorry, I'm going to have to get my... I'm saying sorry, but in fairness, I'm going to score now at every ½ inch. In fairness, this is probably half of the fun, isn't it? it's, as you kind of like, you know, you might have a little bit of an idea in your head, but once you start, different ideas come and kind of take over, take you in a different direction. So this is how I did the gusset for the pocket over there. So just literally 2 inches, I've scored it each 1/2 inch. So I fold these ones in half, and then these 2 outside ones like so. So you end up with a little M or a little W, whichever way you want to look at it. And that'll then attach to this here. You might have to trim that down a tad, and it'll give us our gusseted pocket, but I'm not going to add them yet because I want to ink them before I do that. I'm sure Kay used pockets in hers. I'm sure. So yeah, they will be the gussets for here. So we'll have a base, then we'll have this side, this side, this side, this side, this side, pocket, and this side. Yeah. And then I made this, and I had to go back and revisit Kay's video. But actually, you know what? I was searching and searching and searching for A5 folders, pockets with the string. And do you know what? I just could not find any at a reasonable price. They were stupid prices. It was like buy 5 of them for like £15. So I went back and looked at Kay's video because Kay actually made hers, and I loved it. So I've made this out of another file folder. I'm not going to show you how to do it because I don't want to steal Kay's thunder. I will link the video in my description of the video of hers where she was doing the Jack the Ripper lap book, and I will link that so you can see how it's done. All I need to do now is just to add some cord on here. I'm not going to use elastic for that one, I think it'll be too much. But yeah, it's a really nice size pocket made out of file folder. These are the file folders I bought from Tatty Treasures. These are the split pins that I made following a Tracy Fox video, and I kind of first became aware of that from Deb Hale, who'd sent me some goodies in the post. So yeah, so I made those. I'll link Tracy's video again, just so you know where to go if you want to have a look at that. And I've done a video on that as well, so that is in my YouTube video list. I've used this bit here as a pocket. I probably won't do much, but I thought it might be nice to put a couple of false wax seals or something there. I'll put some string around there, and once I've put my backing on here, I'm going to use the same kind of mechanism that Kay used when she did her Sherlock Holmes, sorry, her Jack the Ripper lap book. She did a section and it was fab. I absolutely loved it, and it was trying to put my glue away because it's all now stuck. Sorry. Gosh, it's like suspense, isn't it now? You'll have to wait. Oh, see. Oh, dear me. As I leave it too long out, I seriously have to learn. I have, in fairness, got a tool now that will straighten that because I've just killed it. So yeah, that will be on the back one here, and Kay used 2 hinges here and here and used some elastic to keep them in place, and this was just tucked underneath, so that is what I'm going to do for that. And then these are going to kind of be on top, so you will have your hidden secret letters section underneath, or so that is my plan. And like I said, that'll be an elastic area, and then I'll put some of the secret letters in there from the story. So yeah, I'm pleased with the fact that I know where I'm going, and it's going to probably take longer and more videos than I'd first anticipated, but I did want to get this kind of all captured in a video rather than do things off screen, which is what I did in the last one. So yeah, leave it at that for today. And you know, I'm getting so much more excited each time I play with this, because I absolutely love it. I think lap books are my new thing. Yeah, I'm absolutely just love them. But I digress again, and I'm getting really excitable again. So we'll leave it. I will speak to you in the next video. Until then, as always, stay safe, take care, and we'll catch up soon. Bye for now.